Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the next episode of my Python learning journey. Today, we're going to learn how Python stores collections of data using data structures. We will cover lists, tuples, and dictionaries. First, let's talk about lists. A list is used to store multiple items in a single variable. It is ordered, changeable, and defined using square brackets. Here is an example. In this code, we created a list called fruits. We can access the first item using fruits, 0, which is apple. Then, we changed the second item, banana, to orange simply by assigning a new value to index 1. Let's run it and see the result. The first line is our fruit at index 0. The second line shows the list after we assign orange to index 1. In a list, we access values using an index number. Just like in other programming languages, the index starts from 0 and goes up to list size of 1. But be careful, if you use an index that is out of range, it will throw an error. As I've written here, the fruits list has only 3 values, index 0 to 2. If I try to print index 4, it throws an index error, list index out of range. Your code editor will warn you about this beforehand because it's not a syntax error, but it will crash your program at runtime. Now, let's go a bit deeper. Sometimes you don't want just one item, you want a subsection of the list. This is called slicing. Also, you can use negative indexing to count from the end of the list, which is very handy when you don't know the exact length. Here, numbers 1:4 tells Python to start at index 1 and go up to, but not including, index 4. The result is 20, 30, and 40. Meanwhile, numbers -1 gives us the very last item, 50. Finally, using .insert 1:15 allows us to add the number 15 exactly at index 1 without replacing anything. As you can see, 15 is now inserted, and the previous items are pushed back. Next is the tuple. A tuple is very similar to a list, but it is immutable, meaning once you create it, you cannot change, add, or remove items. We define a tuple using round brackets. In this example, I declared a tuple called coordinates with values 10 and 20. You can interact with it just like a list when reading values. But if I try to assign a new value to an index, Python throws a type error. Moving to another concept, tuple unpacking, this allows us to extract values directly into variables in a single line. Tuples are more memory efficient and faster than lists because their size is fixed. The only disadvantage is that if you need to store more values later, you'll have to use a different structure or create a new tuple. Finally, we have dictionaries. Unlike lists that use numbers for indexes, dictionaries use key-value pairs. It's like looking up a word in a real dictionary to find its definition. Curly braces, to declare them. In a dictionary, we have two types of data, the key and its corresponding value. To update data, we have two ways. You can use the basic assignment method by choosing a key, or you can use the .update function. While the basic method is great for single updates, .update is powerful because it can handle multiple key-value pairs at once. Don't worry about errors. If the key doesn't exist yet, Python will automatically add it to the dictionary. Next, let's talk about the .get function. I highly suggest using .get to access values because it doesn't throw an error if a key is missing. Instead, it returns none or a custom message like not found. When you want to remove a pair, use the .pop function. It removes the key and can even return the value so you can store it in a variable. Lastly, we can process dictionaries using the .items function. This allows us to loop through both keys and values at the same time, which is the standard way to handle dictionary data. To wrap things up, use lists for ordered, changeable data. Use tuples for fixed data that needs to be fast and secure. Use dictionaries for fast lookups using unique keys. Mastering these 3 data structures is a huge milestone in your coding journey. They are the building blocks for almost every complex program you'll write. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to join me on this journey. If you have any questions about lists, tuples, or dictionaries, drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one where we dive into functions. Happy coding!